car is basically empty of boxes, wheels, tires, etc. Things are on shelves, sitting on the floor. Now I'm going to begin the disassembly of the interior, taking out panels, taking out the back seat belts, and weighing things as they come out. So we'll start with these back panels here, and I'll be weighing them and let you know what weights are. one thing to show off. Now that I've exposed the shock towers. Anyway, this brace will open up and it will sit across there, stiffen up the chassis. Yeah, I believe I've done everything I can on that side. I'll do this other side and then I'll bring you back and show you what the empty space looks like. Panels out, seats out. Still have the seat belts to take out. There's a couple pieces of wood. Only count one of them as being part of the car. This rear hatch carpet area. So that's what we're up to now. And I'm going to leave the jack and the spare and the wrench. I think I can find a wrench somewhere. I have to find a wrench. So again, the purpose of doing this is so that I can see how light the car will be, and that will be what I'll try to set the height to with the weight out of the back here. Okay, take the seat belts out, take that pad thing out, and then weigh all this stuff and see how much we actually removed from the wrong end, but that's a story for another day. So while I don't believe that's hindering the removal of the carpet, I'm still going to remove this bracket, eventually cut off those studs, although that might make a good place to mount a fire extinguisher. Anyway, so I'm looking back in here in this footwell. It's the same thing on the other footwell. Look behind here, there is a clip holding this panel in. Once I remove that clip, that should free the carpeting. There's Velcro all around here. This is all loose. You have to watch those two levers there. But let me take those pieces out of both sides and bring you back. Now, with this bracket off, I've got to be careful not to stick my knees into those. That would hurt. That would hurt very much so. So, you probably can tell, maybe not. The car is still up on a jack stand. I'm not really sure why I still have it up on a jack stand, but I do. I don't think there's anything I need to get from underneath. But it's still up on a jack stand nonetheless. So behind that is a bolt, bolting a bracket to the tunnel. Now I'm going to remove those on both sides, and that should free. It's squishing the carpet in between it now, so I believe I got everything out. Carpet's out. In the driver's footwell, we've got some nasty padding. Oh, look. Pennies, really? A lighter, well. Adding to the bank. I don't know how much that is, but we'll add it to the pile. Let's see what's the other side holding in store. Sorry, the light's not as good. Looks like the passengers were kind of skinflints. Oh, penny. See how this is loose? I'm tempted to put this back the way I found it. A couple of screws. I believe, hold that in. I'll have to look on a side that has light. At the very least, we're getting rid of the damp pieces of padding, and we'll have to vacuum this up, which I think I'll save for another day. So we have some weights of stuff that I just pulled out. And for information, also have weights for whatever your window strut is, rear hatch strut, and then the base model spoiler versus the upscale GS spoiler. So now I have a tape measure with items in the car that are going to be in the car other than me. I'm going to measure from that point down to the rim on all four and write them down, and then I'll bring you back. So basically it's the inline underside of the fender opening to the edge of the rim. Alright, there are the measurements. So most of the interior is vacuumed out. Still needs a good cleaning, but I've got most of the padding that was glued to the sound deadener out. I'm going to leave the sound deadener in. Not worth the effort of taking it out for the few pounds. It's not real thick, and I'm sure it makes a difference. I want it to be loud, but not that loud. So I'm going to put the seats back into position just so that they're not back where they're in the way in the hatch area. That's pretty much going to be the final resting place for the battery. I've ordered grommet, kit, and P-clips to route the cable from under the hood back to the battery. Let's get the seats in. Seats are back in. Seat belts for the front are back in. I thought I found, here we go. This is an interesting, this was in the left front corner of the driver's footwell. And I suppose this would be considered the footrest, dead pedal rest for the left foot, the plant it to the ground. So I'm going to reattach this. It looked like it was just stapled to the metal, but I'll probably put some RTV down or something to hold it in place, because I'm sure in going around corners I will need to brace myself.